Meanwhile, in some shocking entertainment news, Beyonce isn't perfect. Yeah, this is the part where the tomatoes hit me. I know. Well, because this morning, Queen Bee said that she would remove the word spaz from one of her new songs because she didn't realize that it was ableist. And if you're having a bit of deja vu, it's because this comes just a few weeks later, right? A few weeks after, Lizzo had to come out and say the same thing. She had to cut the same word from a song, which honestly must be so exciting for Lizzo, right? Yeah, she's probably like, oh my God, Beyonce sampled my Scandal! This is so amazing. We should do a collab on like a notes app apology. We should do this. Oh, and there's another pop star in trouble. This is a crazy story. Shakira could be facing 8 years in prison for tax fraud. Yeah, the Spanish government says that she dodged $17 million in taxes by pretending to live in the Bahamas when her real residence was in Barcelona. Bahamas, Barcelona. So yeah, it turns out you cannot claim your residence as whenever, wherever. That doesn't work. This is a good lesson for everybody here. And in labor news, this was one of the weirdest stories ever. A Chick-fil-A in North Carolina got into trouble for asking for volunteers to work the drive-through window, right? And the reason it was volunteers is because instead of paying the workers, the restaurant said that it would give them 5 free meals for every 1 hour shift that they worked. Yeah. And I will say, it really does show you how good Chick-fil-A is. Because all of you paused for a second when I said this, before getting angry. You're like, wait, would I? No! No! Does it include the waffle fries? No! Boo! Boo! So that's what's going on. Bunch of random things. But anyway, let's move on to some of the bigger news stories of the day. Starting with an update on Joe Biden, the president whose approval rating is going through its own recession. As you all know, the president had COVID and then recovered from it last week. But then, after testing negative, the White House doctor is reporting that Biden is now testing positive again with what they call a rebound infection. And it's definitely not the rebound Biden was hoping for, you know? They're like, come on, Jack, I want to positive on the poll numbers, rebound. You know what I mean? It's not a joke, man, come on. So anyway, the president is back in isolation again, but the White House says, don't worry, he's feeling fine and he will be working the entire time, although many of his supporters might not love his new project.
President Biden says work can resume on former President Trump's border wall. The White House wants 4 gaps in the fence to be filled in near Yuma, Arizona. We're told it's one of the busiest crossings for undocumented immigrants.
It's another reversal of policy for the president, who vowed not to add to his predecessor's efforts in any way on that project.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration.
That's right, there will be many feet of wall. Ha ha! Gotcha! 2024! But yes, it looks like Joe Biden is completing Donald Trump's unfinished business. So, if I was Mike Pence right now, I'd be nervous as hell. I'd be watching out. You know what I also love? What I love about this story is how Fox doesn't know what to do with these kinds of stories, right? Because they want the wall, but they also hate Joe Biden. You know, they're like, did you see what Biden is doing? He was against the wall, but now he's building it. I guess we have to vote for him? How does this work? But you do have to admit, it is confusing, right? Because Biden, he spent, 4 years railing against the wall. He was like, this wall is fascist, it is racist, and it's un-American. And now we're going to have it patched up in no time, folks. We're going to fix up this wall. We're going to fix it all up. Now, okay, the reason the Biden administration gave for building Trump's wall in these sections of Arizona is because they're saying it's dangerous for migrants to cross the river there, right? And so they want to put up a wall to stop the people from crossing, which you have to admit is a little weird, because now they're saying that walls do stop people from crossing. Yeah, but they're only doing it here because they want to make it safer, right? Because the river's super dangerous. So they don't want people to try cross here. Other parts, I guess. Although if you really wanted to make crossing a river safer, then why wouldn't you just build a bridge instead of adding a wall? None of it makes sense. Yeah, none of it makes sense. You know why? You know why? Because it's bullshit. That's why.